regular season meetings, rookie returner Tim Maypray returned missed field goals for touchdowns. But he was almost on the outside looking in for these playoffs. The Alouettes brought back 2009 Special Teams Player of the Year Larry Taylor late in the season, and it looked like Maypray was going to be on the outside. But in a surprise move, the Alouettes released Taylor just before the East Final. Now, Mark Trestman had told me that there was nothing against Maypray, but when you have a chance to bring back Taylor, you want to. But Maypray impressed them a great deal with the way he handled adversity, and they know he has the potential to break it open at any time.
There's SSK Green reversing field again. And over the middle, down at the 45-yard line. That decision illustrates why Mark Trestman is one of the best coaches in Canadian football, if not the best, because you are tempted. Larry Taylor was the Special Teams Player of the Year last year, and you're tempted to go ahead and take that big name. But he decided that Maypray was with him at camp. He went to the ups and downs. He kept him on the team because he said, I'm going with the guys that have been there the entire time. 2nd and 3, Tober straight ahead. And he's going to be close. And that's a huge decision because then it becomes an entire team comes together. How many times have you heard coaches say that it's not necessarily the biggest name players, but the players with the biggest hearts and the players that come together that make the difference in championship games? That decision was a tough one for Mark Trestman, but the right one. They have a decision upcoming. As the sticks come up, and is it going to be third? It'll be third down, 1.5 yards. And Chris, Larry Taylor may go on and continue to play well in another team in either league, but a great decision by Trestman. He's got a tough decision to make here, although inside a yard, pretty much automatic when you're giving a yard off the line of scrimmage. Adrian McPherson checks back in as he usually does in these short yardage situations. And now the big boys will hunker down. Rookie center looking for Jourdain, an easy first down for Adrian McPherson. So the quick hitch pass has been the adjustment offensively by Mark Trestman. Whether it be Jamel Richardson or S.J. Green, the quick throws do not allow Saskatchewan's defensive sets to confuse Anthony Calvillo, the veteran. Scott Milenovich, the offensive coordinator, has gone now to the quick passing game and allow his receivers to try and get some yak yards. You know, the noise hasn't seemed to be a factor here as it was in McMahon a year ago. First and 10. And there's Watkins on the around, and he's across midfield. 5 for Kerry Watkins. The Alouettes are also attacking the perimeter, whether it be with those quick hit screens, and you've seen S.J. Green and Richardson reverse their field, come all the way back to the outside as the Saskatchewan Roughriders continue to try and just clog up the middle and send tons of pressure, putting pressure on the offensive line. They're trying to get the ball out quickly and get it outside that pressure. Now let's hold the football in this third quarter. Previous possession is an 83-yard drive that took 6:51 off the clock, trying to keep it going here again. And it's another completion and another first down. S.J. Green's become the favorite receiver. That's 8 catches for number 19. You know, in the 2 games against Saskatchewan, he made that big catch we showed you in the first half, but didn't have a real big game in the first one, just 5 catches. He's the outside receiver here, and what's interesting is Montreal's moving him around. They've almost made him the primary target. It's not just one player defensively he's picking on. He's going outside to that wide receiver position, also playing inside in the slot. Joined us late around Mitchell out in the first half, broken leg, John Alexander on the corner, little pump, and Anthony Calvillo looking for Green again, and it's incomplete. Clark, the safety and the leading interception man in the league this year, was in the neighborhood. It looked like S.J. Green kind of lost the football because he was surprised. I was going to ask you if he was distracted, that maybe James Patrick was lining him up, but you're right, he just didn't seem to track the ball. Well, he came out of that break, it was almost a double move, and he couldn't find the football in time. Ball was put where it had to be put. Scott Floyd thought he should have got it. Second and 10. Here they come. Yes, they are. Now Bill gets it away. And out of the reach of Jamal Richardson, looking for flags, but none on the field. The right call made by the Alouettes against this defense. The Riders line them all up on the line of scrimmage, and they're blitzing. No one in the middle because one of the blitzers is James Patrick. Now, Jamal Richardson wanted the pass interference or at least illegal contact if the ball was in the air. But there, as you can see, that front line for Saskatchewan, they're up there and they're coming. One is James Patrick up in there in the line. No safety. The right call made, but Anthony Calvillo couldn't get it there. Again, neither coach wanting to try a long field goal. DeVaud will look for the corner again, and that one angling out, and let's see where they mark that. Somewhere around the 15, and right about there is where the Rough Riders will take over.
Over 4,000 plays were entered into this year's Nissan Armchair Hero promotion. 7 finalists were chosen and brought to Edmonton to compete in a CFL Trivia Challenge for an all-new Nissan Juke.
What position did Shooter play?
Congratulations, Alex Pye from Calgary. And today at the Grey Cup, Nissan Canada President Alan Childs presented Alex with the keys. Nissan, fan and proud sponsor of the Grey Cup.
What presented itself here was a remarkable opportunity to come to Saskatchewan to work with Canada's only synchrotron.
Look back at one of the greatest events in Canadian history, the Vancouver 2010 Anniversary Special, coming this February on CTV and TSN. Congratulations yesterday, the Desjardins Vanier Cup winners, the Laval Rouge Or, and also we want to tip our hat to the Wally Bono Award winner, the top junior player in Canadian football this year, Cleveland Jean-Louis Chevalier. So we're into the final minute, third quarter. Rough Riders with the football, and the pitch goes to Kerry Cook. 40-yarder early in the game, not much there as Mark Castell steps up and limits Cook's gain to about 6.
What's remarkable about Darian Duran is that this is just his second year as a starter. He has led his football team to the championship game in his first 2 years as a full-time starter, 24-15-1, and he is completely composed in a tie game heading into the fourth quarter.
Rough Riders looking at only their 8th play of the third quarter. Montreal's at 21, and that pass intended for Fantuz, but he really got caught up in traffic, and it's a 2-and-out. Ramon Guzman was right there with Fantuz.
That's good underneath linebacker held by Ramon Guzman, because Fantuz gets that inside position on Billy Parker, but Guzman is standing right there. He has to run through him, and that's a good no call by the official.
So back-to-back 2-and-outs for the Rough Riders. The offense stalling here in the third quarter. And Montreal anticipating good field position. Johnson's kick arrives at the 43. And here's Maypray to the shoulder. Big hit by Neil Hughes, who's had a couple special teams tackles in the game, but this one at midfield gives Montreal great field position.
Well, he had 4 special teams tackles in the final versus the Calgary Stampeders. Regina product covered down in those teams, a chance to play in the Grey Cup Championship, and he's contributing on the team. That's a big hit.
Here's a Regina Ram product. Todd Collegiate in Regina. Final play, calling the penalty here in the third quarter with Proctor in motion. And he'll be held to a pickup of about 5 by Hawkins and Frazier. We're through 45 minutes here in the 98 Grey Cup game. It's a defensive struggle, and we're tied headed to the board.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Hey, we should hit Tim's.
Yeah. You know, with your coffee, you can get a donut for 49 cents now.
Hey, you don't have to tell me. Why do you think I made this bad boy? The Wheel of Donuts.
A wheel of donuts?
Wheel of Donuts. Now the Tim's has that donut deal, I get one every day. I got apple butter.
It's a big deal. For a limited time, buy a coffee or any beverage and enjoy any donut for just 49 cents. Always a great value.
I need the wheel.
Always too good.
It's time for an optimized email environment. Augmented reality and navigation services with a large display. A full web browsing experience. E-reading solutions wherever and whenever you go. And a complete communication solution. Perfect in itself. More possibilities on the go. Samsung Galaxy Tab.
Of course I know hockey. Hey, but I don't know mortgages. But here's the beauty. My friends at Dominion Lending Centers know, and they'll get the best rate for you. And here's the kicker. It's free. Check them out.
We scaled mountains on our quest to bring you the coldest beer possible. And we found the Coors Light Sub-Zero tap, serving beer colder than ice. Frostbite never tasted so good. Coors Light, who wants a cold one?
Third quarter stats are brought to you by Tim Hortons, proud sponsor of the CFL. Little adjustment at halftime by Mark Trestman. The Montreal Alouettes had over 8 minutes difference in time of possession now after 3 quarters. And look at the rushing yards for Saskatchewan. They're going to have to add to that, and not with West Cape. I really believe they're going to add to it. They've got to get Darian Durant running the football.
Alouettes won the first and third quarters. The Rough Riders win the second quarter. Matt Dunnigan said before the game it would be a defensive battle. I'm not sure we thought it would be, but Matt Dunnigan's on the mark.
Well, when these two teams faced each other in the regular season, they put up over 2,000 or just shy of 2,000 yards in 2 games offensively. So no, not many thought it would be a defensive struggle. However, I think everyone believed it'd be a close game and go down to the wire. We start the fourth quarter with the Alouettes looking at second and 4. Delvino particularly, he's got a connection and a first down. Jamel Richardson the catch, and a first down at the Rough Rider 40. Well, you can't cover it much better as Jamel Richardson is the wide receiver on this play. Into the short side and into the boundary. He's going to work on Omar Morgan, who's been trying to take away that inside position, and even when he jumped it well, Jamel Richardson, with his big body, keeps Omar Morgan away from the football. His fourth. 97 in the regular season, set in the final game where he public the clip Danny Van Hoos's goal against a pass. Out of the reach of Richardson, incomplete. It's the first time in 38 years, Grey Cup history, that we've had a tie game after 3 quarters of play. The last was back in 1972, Hamilton, Saskatchewan at 10-all. And Rough Rider fans don't want to be reminded. No, they don't. They'll be incented. And Ira Rim kept the lead points. That's the play as Sylvia goes to work on second and 10. And he's been pulled out of the backfield, but Mike McCullough stayed with him and drops him short. Tremendous play by Mike McCullough, who's been so reliable, so strong, so consistent. Asked to step in for Baron Simpson. Situational player.
Well, Barron Simpson was healthy, but since he's been hurt, boy, he has stepped up to the plate.
So now Duvall will attempt from 42 yards out. He has not hit a field goal over 40 yards since August the 6th against Saskatchewan.